Greetings all. Is this coming through? Let's see. It looks like it. Woohoo! All right. Good morning, Carol. You still on? I'm going to start this off with a song I just wrote. So one of the things about being a musician and a songwriter is, well, it happens. Or any area of life, you sometimes find based on the episode of banquets. Oh, great! Based on the episode of banquets, burials, bastards, and burials. And is this thing gonna keep spinning like that? And so today I finally sat down and recorded something or wrote something, which was a challenge because there's that there's always sometimes there's a fear, there's a worry that you're going to not do it justice, and that you build up an idea and then you have to struggle with it. So this is definitely one of the songs that I struggled with because I had ideas that I wanted to work with, and I think I accomplished my idea. But we'll see. Good morning, Karen and Sarah. So I'm doing a new song, a brand new song. This is a song, it's called Mother's Blood. It's inspired by the TV show The Witcher. And I wrote it on the guitar, by the way, in case you're wondering, because I have a guitar here. She walks alone through the snow, enduring the pain that would kill me. She sits on a throne, blood stains on the stones. Every battle she wins must seem like 3. She's stuck on a path, caught up in her wrath of a world that won't let her be free. It's no surprise, wipes the tears from her eyes. Whatever transpires, she won't let them see. Tradition is chains, it runs through her veins. It's the crown she wears to be a she. She's stuck on a path, caught up in her wrath of a world that won't let her be free. She pays the price, 'cause she is beloved for the sacrifice of the mother's blood. Raise more than a pint to those who were judged. Let's stand and fight for the mother's blood. Time to change the law made by men who fall. Kind of force the will upon her, cheating the game when they pass the blame. It's only proof that they will burn. She pays the price, 'cause she is beloved, oh, for the sacrifice of the mother's blood. She pays the price, fight for the mother's blood. Let's stand and fight for the mother's blood. Woo! All right, well, there you go. Brand new song. Hope you like. Good morning, Mellow Yellow. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, I just had to I've been playing it all morning since I wrote it this morning, and I was like, I gotta do something here. So it's not on a CD, just saying. All right, how y'all doing today? You have anything, songs you want to request? Post something. Let me know what your thoughts are. I will see what I can pull off. Oh, I need to turn on, plug in this. That's the wrong one. Transmit. I forgot to turn this stuff on. There we go. One. I had a great time at Jordan Con. If you didn't catch the podcast, nicely done there. So let's tell you the story about there's a place in no, that's not the one I want to tell you. It's the one about trees are very important to the Irish. Number one, for religious reasons, the Druids. Got that. Number two, for religious reasons, the barrels that make the whiskey. Funny thing about whiskey barrels is you can only use them about 6 times and you pretty much have to toss them. So the Irish were in fact the first recyclers. In fact, if you look at the national logo of Ireland, turn sideways, you get the green recycle symbol. They came up with this. They took these barrels that once held whiskey, poured cider into it, and created a drink called Johnny Jump Up. I'll tell you a story that happened to me one day as I went down to Yall by the sea. The sun, it was bright and the day it was warm. Said I, a quiet pint wouldn't do me no harm. I went in and I called for a bottle of stout. Said the barman, I'm sorry, all the beer's sold out. Try whiskey or tabby. 10 years no wood. Says I'll try cider, I've heard that it's good. Hope on never again. If I live to be 100 or 110, I fell to the ground. I could not get up after drinking a quart of that Johnny Jump Up. After lowering a turd, I made straight for the yard, where I bumped into Brothy, the big civic guard. Come here, boy. Oh, don't you know I'm the law? Well, I up with me fist and I shattered his jaw. He fell to the ground with his knees doubled up. But it wasn't I hit him, 'twas the Johnny Jump Up. The next thing I met down in Europe by the sea was a cripple on crutches, and says he to me, I'm afraid for me life. I'll be hit by a cart, won't you help me on down to the Celtic Knot Bar? To downing a pint of that cider so sweet, he treated on his crutches and danced on his feet. Oh, I'll never again. If I live to be 100 or 110, I fell to the ground. I could not get up after drinking a quart of that Johnny Jump Up. I went up the Lee Road, a friend for to see. They call it the Madhouse in Cork by the Lee. And when I got there, sure the truth that he'd tell, they had the poor bugger locked up in his cell. Said the guards testing him, say these words if you can. Around the rugged rocks, the ragged rascal ran. To him I'm not crazy, to him I'm not mad. It was only 6, 7, 12 pints I had. I'll never again. If I live to be 100 or 110, I fell to the ground. I could not get up after drinking a quart and a Johnny Jump Up. Well, a man died in the mines by the name of McNabb. They washed him and laid him outside on the slab, and after the coroner's measurements to take, his wife took him home to a bloody fine wake. About 12 o'clock and the beer was high, and the corpse he set up, and he says with a sigh, I can't get to heaven, they won't let me up till I bring them a cart and a Johnny Jump Up. Now never again. If I live to be 100 or 110, I fell to the ground. I could not get up after drinking a curd. I let Johnny jump up. Never, oh never, oh never again. For I lived to be 100. 110 I fell to the ground. I could not get up after drinking a curd. I let Johnny jump up. All right. Bash their heads, flay their skin, make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Nishka was old and scary, a bad reputation. And then he heard a reaver scream, his body's gone for cremation. Bash their heads, flay their skin, make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Badger was a businessman, roots in the community. A reaver ate his little gang, now he can't even pee. Bash their heads, flay their skin, make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Bester loved shits and women, he howled when he boarded them. His shit was boarded by reavers, now he howls when they board him. Bash their heads, flay their skin, make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Durin steak was always rare before I first met him. He met a reaver, now won't eat steak, he's a vegetarian. Bash their heads, flay their skin, make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Fanty and Mingo are fine twins, you can't tell one from t'other. Until they met a band of reavers, now Mingo's the prettiest brother. Bash their heads, flay their skin, make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Boss Higgins, a word was law, what he said was set in stone. Then reavers hit Higgins' moon, the law's now written in bone. Bash their heads, flay their skin, make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Jubal was a bounty hunter, a sadist through and through. He rambled about philosophy while reavers started to chew. Bash their heads, flay their skin, make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. No mercy, they all were weak cattle for the slaughter. Open them up and look inside, I think I see Harry Potter. Bash their heads, flay their skin, make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Bash their heads, flay their skin, make them scream in pain. Let them alone and think you're done. Let's start another refrain. Woo! All right. Oh. Do I have any water around here? I've been singing for the last couple hours here, so that's what happens when you start writing a song. Sometimes you get stuck in and you're like, I gotta write. But it's really weird switching from the guitar to the auto harp because the auto harp has no bass and that guitar has a lot of bass. Wherever I put it, there, over here. But so much bass compared to this thing, so. I'm going to do another song over there since I haven't seen any song requests. This is a song I wrote for Shepherd Book. And it's coming along. I'm hoping I'm going to get to record this at some point. Because the big problem was being able to play it. I went to Texas and tried to get Rich Brotherton to help me record it. And he did. He helped record this song. We recorded a song together, but he helped me record this one. But it wasn't what I wanted. So... and then I realized that I could actually play the song soon. My life is like fresh flowing water. I take oh so much joy. It is life's fuel and foundation. It is itself its own reward. I got out from my daddy's thumb. It just beat me down. Knocked aside his oppressive gun, then my feet hit the ground. Now I'm grateful for the journey. I stumbled along the way. I'm grateful for the journey and the family I made. I'm on the run, from my father. My mother's gone a long time ago. Home is a word thin on meaning. I'd rather swim rough waters than roam. I fought bad men in the eye of the storm. I battened down my resolve. Took being tossed overboard for me to find inner calm. Now I am grateful for the journey. I stumble along the way. I am grateful for the journey and the family I made. I found kin in the oddest places and friends that I could believe. Now family is wherever I go like water. My home flows free. I shut my eyes, I thought I could see, but every step of the way, when times were dark, family took my hand and held my worries at bay. I spent my youth drifting on a stream, trying to find peace of mind. I learned the journey is the worthier part, and friendship is truly divine. Oh, I am grateful for the journey. I stumbled along the way. I am grateful for the journey and the family I made. I am grateful for the journey. I stumbled along the way. I am grateful for the journey and the family I made. So much low end. All right. Let's do, I got one. I don't think I've played this on Coffee in a while, so why not do it right here, right now? Ooh, I got a couple. Doctor went back in time, confident and clever. Doctor went where he planned, well, hardly ever. Doctor goes off again with his new gal today. Strictly platonic, it's Doctor of Gallifrey. Face all the dangers, Doctor of Gallifrey. Don't blink at angels, Doctor of Gallifrey. Dressed like a cricket shit and on some celery, 'cause here's your Doctor of Gallifrey. Doctor wears jackets colored like toucans. Doctor wears bow ties, he says they're cool, man. Flies a police box, Time Lords get in the way. Play your recorder, oh Doctor of Gallifrey. You see the master, Doctor of Gallifrey. Run a bit faster, Doctor of Gallifrey. Honeymoon suite made Amy and Rory's day. Check out his unit, oh Doctor of Gallifrey. Doctor has fought with Daleks in all times. Doctor has saved all the worlds that he's fought on, except for the one that he screwed up royally. Tell me now, Doctor, what happened to Gallifrey? Travels through time-space, Doctor of Gallifrey. Sometimes regenerates, Doctor of Gallifrey. Doesn't that scarf get hot, or does it get in the way? Have a jelly baby, oh Doctor of Gallifrey. Take on the Cybermen and be not afraid. And as with Microsoft, avoid the upgrade. They will delete, or possibly something worse, just like the Borg in that other universe. Silence attack again, Doctor of Gallifrey. Daleks are back again, Doctor of Gallifrey. If there's no handicap ramp, they will exterminate. Wipe them from time itself, it's Doctor of Gallifrey. Rose is the bad wolf, Susan will keep her wits. K9's a robot, Harry has big eyes. River's reverse, Captain Jack goes every way. Here's two companions of Doctor of Gallifrey. Martha's a doctor too, Doctor of Gallifrey. Zoe's as smart as you, Doctor of Gallifrey. Jamie, where's your trousers? I think that they are in the way. Please take me with you, oh Doctor of Gallifrey. I finally showed Inara Star Wars. So she didn't seem like she would have been interested as much up until now. Now I think she's finally getting it. And she saw the first one. We're going to hopefully see the next one sometime soon. Am I going to update the lyrics of the new Doctor? Maybe at some point. I need to talk to Tom. Tom Rockwell is the guy, a.k.a. Devo Spice. He's the one who wrote the song. And I might see if he wants to continue the story, because obviously there are, several new Doctors. So. But since Kinsey or Nara just saw Star Wars finally. A long time ago, a tugboat far away, Mickey whistled out a tune while bouncing away. He turned color after one too many drinks. He called up Lucas saying, "Oh, dude, your writing stinks." When Mickey sobered up, he called the board to plan. "I've had a vision, a lightsaber in my hand. We'll make Star Wars, we wish upon a star. We'll do it far better with a story by Pixar, huh?" When the mouse wants your franchise, start off licensing for rides. If you're tired and you need some cash, he'll buy from you. 1 part mouse and 1 part duck, 1 part Jedi and formulaic luck. A Wookiee on your right and a Goofy on my left, merging these two company. He's the biggest test. There's a Star Destroyer shaped like a mushroom house. The Beagle Boys stand for Stiff Lord Mouse, while far away a Jedi Mickey stares into space. The 3 moons of Tatooine replaced by Mickey's face. 1 part mouse and 1 part duck, 1 part Jedi and formulaic luck. A Wookiee on your right and a Goofy on my left, merging these two company. He's the biggest test. Mickey meets Minnie, the Force is strong with her. He lays a kiss on her and the fans all hurl, 'cause Minnie is his sister and that folks is ashamed. A love for those mice will never be the same. 1 part mouse and 1 part duck, 1 part Jedi and formulaic luck. A Wookiee on my right and a Goofy on my left, merging these two company. He's the biggest test. Mickey stabs a Sith, the dark mouse disappears. Wherever there's one Sith Lord, another will appear. A duck steps forward, the cloak is black as ink. The Jedi, mice, and ducks all need a stronger drink. 1 part mouse and 1 part duck, 1 part Jedi and formulaic luck. A Wookiee on my right and a Goofy on my left, merging these two company. He's the biggest test. 1 part mouse and 1 part duck, 1 part Jedi and formulaic luck. A Wookiee on my right and a Goofy on my left, merging these two company. He's the biggest test. Woo! Alright, I'm going to do one final song. I hope you enjoyed the music. If you did and you're not a patron, sign up on Patreon. If you are a patron, thank you. And I'm debating trying to do some more things, maybe trying some stuff on Facebook again. Just public shows, but we'll see. I also was trying to look at the idea of doing something on Discord yesterday, and I decided, or last week, and I went over there and signed on and to Crickets, and I decided, you know what, this does not sound like a good idea. So that's not going to happen. Perhaps one day I can figure that out, but at the present, not so much. All right, Gary, you had a request even though you retracted it, but I'm going to sing it for you anyways. This is the oldest steampunk song, the original steampunk song, if you will. It was written in 1904. I love a sailor loves me. He sails every night to my home. He's not a sailor that sails across the sea or over the wild, briny foam. For he owns an airship and sails up on high. He's just like a bird on the wing. And when the shadows of evening draw nigh, he'll sail to my window and sing. Come take a trip in my airship. Come take a sail among the stars. Come have a ride around Venus and come take a spin around Mars. No one to watch while we're kissing, no one to see while we spoon. Come take a trip in my airship and we'll visit the man in the moon. One evening while drifting away from the crowds, we passed through the Milky White Way. Just idly drifting and watching the clouds, he asked me if I named the day. Right near the Dipper I gave him my heart. The sun shines on our honeymoon. We swore to each other we never would part and teach all our babies this tune. Come take a trip in my airship. Come take a sail among the stars. Come have a ride around Venus and come take a spin around Mars. No one to watch while we're kissing, no one to see while we spoon. Come take a trip in my airship and we'll visit the man in the moon. Come take a trip in my airship. Come take a sail among the stars. Come have a ride round Venus and come take a spin around Mars. No one to watch while we're kissing, no one to see while we spoon. Come take a trip in my airship and we'll visit the man in the moon. Commercials in the middle of the show? I will have to make sure that some settings are proper. Maybe I screwed something up. Apologies. All right, I will be back next week. Same bat chime, same bat channel. So I hope to see you right here. Have a great rest of your day. Sláinte.